Are you ready for your first run of the day?
Yes, man. I've waited and waited.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I hope everybody's well today, whatever day you watch it. Might be a year from now, might be the day it comes out, might be a week later. I hope you're doing well. Today is Thursday, and it is a beautiful sunny day. That sun feels fantastic, but the wind is just a little nippy, and it ain't gonna stop me. I'm gonna keep the doors open. I know it makes a lot of noise whenever a big truck comes by and y'all hear, ooh, on by. Like, here comes the Cummins. He wasn't that loud. But I like having the doors open. Word is definitely getting out that we are here. I stopped and got breakfast this morning and just chit-chatting while I was waiting for my breakfast. I just did a to-go order. I didn't sit down and eat. But I went to the barbecue place up the road that I'm in the menus, and I was talking to the lady. She was talking about how she would rather it be busy than be slow, because when it's busy, you blink and now you're done working. I said, you know what, I completely agree with that. And we started talking about work, and I told her about, I work for the railroad, and she said, oh, well, a lot of people that live in Denton work for the railroad come in here. I said, oh, I don't live in Denton, I live in Trinity. And she kind of looked at me funny. I'm like, why on earth are you here then? I told her I bought Bobby's. And oh man, she was happy to hear that. Everybody I tell that I bought Bobby's and I'm still going to sell tires is happy. She said that she just bought tires from Walmart, but wished she would have known that I was open. I get that a lot. And so us having the doors open during the day and the flags out flying open, I think is going to help. Might confuse some people since we got a semi sitting out front we're working on. But that's okay, I'm not worried about that. I just thought that was a good experience because there are some really good people down here. And I'm running into more and more good people every day. And I told the guy who used to work here yesterday, I said, I've only met like 2 people I didn't really care for. And one of them, I think he was higher than a kite, and that's why I really didn't care for him. And we're not even going to talk about the other one because they're not going to rent space in my head. So let's get to our briefing, shall we? You're probably tired of hearing me talk already. 197 days until No Name Nationals. I heard on today's video that Dad's thinking about taking that off because we're going. I mean, we've done paid our money, we're going. But we do need to clean the board because this rag, it takes it off, but it takes a lot of effort. 29 days till Burnout Rivals in April at the Freedom Factory, Bradenton, Florida. And 100, big 3 digits. 100. 100 days until the Drive-In Therapy in June in Sydney, Ohio. Daddy said he got to work on the orange truck. I said, hell, Daddy, I got to get my whole truck done. I got to put new motor mounts in it, relocate the oil filter, have a drive shaft made, lower the truck down, get a fuel system ready. I said, we might be in trouble. But, I mean, we're going to pull the trucks up there with Vivo. And, I mean, if I can get mine just running and driving, it doesn't have to go far. I just need it to go far enough. But we'll get there. On my agenda, I need to make tomorrow's video. As you notice, we're breaking them up. Like today's video is what Dad did. Yesterday's video is what I did. So tomorrow, Friday's video is probably going to be what I did, yesterday, if I don't add something to it from today. Work in the back room. Every time I go back there, I love having the lights, but now that the lights are back there and I can see clearly now, I need to finish cleaning that because it's starting to look bad again, and I can't be having that. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and just do it. The 10 pack of 4-foot LED lights that we put back there in the back room were phenomenal. Okay, they are amazing. You can see, and once the weather clears up and it starts warming up, I'm gonna go back there in my swimsuit and a nice reflector and my beach chair over here. I'm gonna lay out in the LED lights and see if I can get a tan. But we're gonna order the 8-footers, and up there where Black Betty and Twisted Sister and Heartstruck is, I could use 7 of the 10 up there, and then 3 in the big office here. There goes the whole 10-pack, but then again, like I just said, I could see. It wouldn't be like it is right now up there where you turn it on and they work half the time, or they flicker like they do in here in the big office. In the big office, there's 2 bulbs missing in one of the fixtures, and there is a way you can straight wire them, and I've been told the bulbs will last 20 years. Only problem is the bulbs cost just as much, if not more, than the whole LED does each. So I gotta have 2 bulbs. Why would I run 2 bulbs? It costs me twice the amount as a fixture. That's just me. Hopefully whenever I do those, I don't drop them on my face, because that might hurt. But I have some more tires. Let me go get those. We'll be right back. I'm proud of these. Let's turn y'all a little bit. But let's take a look at the tires I got, because I like these. I like these a lot. But these are a Toro Trailblade XTs. Yeah. Toro Trailblade XT 30 by 10, 15. They are for a side-by-side. And let me tell you, this is a 8-ply tire. And this thing, it's got some nub to it. This is the all-terrain model. They only needed 2, but I like these a lot, okay? I've only ordered 1 other pair of a Toros. They're in the back. At the rate we're going, I don't know if he's gonna come get them or not. Either way, holy cow, it even tells you the conversion. I told you it's 30 by 10 by 15. That's a 255, 75, 15. I'd be dang. Cool, but they do have a mud tire for just a little bit more for my prices. It wasn't but like $20, $30 more for the mud versus these. They drive it on the road and they like these better. I said, I will order whatever you want. I will not order whatever you want. Really, it's whatever you want, I will order. If you tell me you want the most expensive tire I've got, you pay the same markup as you do for the lowest one. I don't do that. Oh, you bought a Nitto? Oh yeah, it cost me $350, but you're gonna pay $900. We ain't doing that. We are not crooked, okay? But I am very impressed with the way these look. They say they're pretty close to what they have on the side-by-side now. And they're gonna come tomorrow afternoon while I'm at work and Dad's here, and Dad's gonna throw them on. So yeah, let's get to work and do something besides just stand here and laugh. Thank y'all. Well, y'all didn't tell me you were just looking at the ground. Today the I guess it's the public waste spot. I call it the hump and dump. It is open. It is Thursday. I do have a bag of trash over here beside the ladder, and I'm sure I can get a minimum of one more bag of trash. So, kind of just had this thought whenever I took those 4 used tires up there. Up there behind Twisted Sister is a green table. There's bags of like corn, like empty bags of like corn feed inside of plastic trash bags. We might load up a bunch of that trash and take it up to public waste. We'll just have to see. These light fixtures here, right here, they'll probably go to the recycle plant. I mean, like I said, I've been told you can straight wire them, but why would I straight wire them and have to get 2 brand new bulbs when these LED ones for a strip, an 8-foot one, costs less than 2 bulbs, and the LEDs last longer. So we'll figure it out. Every day above ground is a great day. But remember, everybody, check in the video description for our friends. Keep Ryan Bishop in your prayers. He has his surgery on Tuesday, the 11th. And don't make a permanent solution to a temporary problem. That one's big. Ooh, just saw it. There's a fire extinguisher back there. I need to call about having those recertified. Thanks for reminding me, everybody. But thank you for watching. We'll figure out what we're gonna do next. Probably go back there and fiddle with that video a little bit, but be back soon. Be a second for y'all, might be an hour for me. Thank you. All right, everybody, we're back. Gentleman wants all of his tires turned around so the white walls aren't inside, and 4 new valve stems. So we're gonna get on that real quick. And if the gentlemen are used to work here, he might be back in a couple hours, and we're gonna put those side-by-side tires on. But we'll see what we can get done on this. I told him to give me about an hour, so here we go.
Well, hello everybody. We're going to try something just a little different here. Hopefully, hopefully this works the way I'm hoping it does. What you're seeing right now is Adobe Premiere Pro 2025. If you see my mouse, you see all the different stuff we've made, and we just started labeling our videos, just something really, really simple. The date that we record it. Now, considering that we're starting to break them up and we're about to make Dad's video, we'll click right here to New Project, and it's going to be project name and whatever you want it to be, and I save it to the user. I don't know how to go back and find it. I don't use a template or anything like that, and I skip my import mode. I don't think you can see whenever I pull up my file explorer, so you're just going to have to trust me on how I'm getting my information. So today is, let's see, Jennifer, March the 5th, 2025. We're just going to do it 03052025. Now, if I start to do it that way, then it's going to replace the one that I made. So we're going to go back to the beginning, and we're just going to type Dad 03052025, and we're going to create. Now, whenever we first started with this was definitely a learning curve. And you got 4 or 5 different screens sitting here. You got effects, media, browsers, library, info, markers, history. All I use is project and effects. I don't even know how to use the media browser. Up here, you got all kinds of stuff as well. You got effect controls, properties, audio, clip mixer, metadata, essential sound, graphic templates, text, AE Juice Pack. I downloaded this. I don't use it, but it is something that is free. I like it, but it is free. It just takes a little while to get imported. You got source for audio, stuff like that. But to start off, let's just make it simple. This little clicker here, this is your selection tool. This is where you do all your clicking and everything. But I'm going to pull up my file explorer here. I'm going to pull up Daddy's stuff that he recorded yesterday on the 4th. Looks like he recorded from 195 until 198. Again, I doubt you're seeing what I'm seeing because I don't think it records the file explorer. But I do have a pre-used intro, the new intro for Daddy. And the new intro for Daddy is the sound of my car revving up. But hold on. We can't be just jumping in like that. So let's delete that. So the intro is sitting right here over in the bottom left under Project Dad 03052025. And you see the name of the file, the new intro for Daddy.mp4, which means that it is a video and it is sound. Now to get it over here, because you see it says drop media here to create a sequence. You click it, hold your click, you drag over, and you just drop it in this box. And it formats up here in the top right to what size that I have the new intro for Daddy. So all that's fine. You can click play. Oh, that is going to be way too loud for you. Hold on. Let's turn that down to about 14.
You ready for your first round of that?
I mean, it's just a 30-second intro. Y'all watched it. It's in this video. You can use your arrow keys to navigate. Up arrow to go forward, one clip. Down arrow to go down, one clip. You can click your little razor tool here, the C button on the keyboard, and you can click wherever you want to break it up wherever you want. Now you start using the up and down arrows, it takes you in between all of those. So we're going to undo all of that, Control Z, or you can go up here to Edit, Undo, and Redo. Go back to your Selector tool. I'm going to go back to the File Explorer here, and I'm going to bring in Daddy's first video from yesterday. Hopefully it doesn't do a lot of cussing. And again, I'm getting into my normal groove here, like the Emperor's New Groove. Alright, so you see the vid 20250304 underscore 175622 underscore 10 underscore 195.mp4. Last 3 is what you need to pay attention to is the 195. That is the order in which it was recorded on the SD card. So this is video number 195 on this SD card. So So you drag it to where you want it, and if you make sure that your little magnetic snap-in timeline thing is selected, you get it close, it will magnetize it to where the other clip is, or you just drag and drop it, and then you right click, ripple delete on the little black section in between them, and it will delete the space in between. Now, Daddy does try to give me a little bit of time before he starts talking, so let's see what he does.
Hello, everyone.
All right, so you hear him, he speaks, he says, hello everyone. We're going to go over here to effects, but you make sure you have your clip selected. We can back up a little bit. Back up just a little, and you can use the left arrow for that. And you can go right here. This is where your project was in the bottom left. You click effects, and you can go to the search bar here, or you can go to audio effects, double click audio effects, double click special, and you have vocal enhancer. You click, hold, drag, and you can't put it anywhere except on an audio file. You drop it, and I usually do 2 or 3, and we're going to do 3 and see how it does. But we're also going to go to our razor tool, and we're going to cut out that section. And you probably heard it. I just select the clip that I just did, and I click delete. Oh well, I clicked delete on the keyboard. Now, effects. You have video transitions. You have a whole just plethora of video transitions. Okay, I've not used most of these. Let's try VR spherical blur. See how it does. See if we like it. And then I'll show you what I usually do. And we'll center it at cut, and we'll see.
Hello, everyone.
I do kind of like that, but we're going to undo it. And what I generally have started doing is you just go right here where you see your little arrow pointer goes to the red little brackets, and you right click and apply default transitions. So what it's going to do now is it's going to automatically adjust the audio along with the video effect transition. So we don't really have to worry about it.
Looks like
So we're not gonna watch too much of what he did, but you can click up here on your little arrow and you can drag over to go down in your timeline, or you can just use your arrow keys. One arrow key, if you see the time up here, you see it's 7 minutes, 5 seconds, and 24, whatever is less than a second. But you click the left arrow to go toward the beginning, and it goes by one of the whatever the unit of measurement is. So we're at 20, but if you click shift and then left or right, it will go 5 frames. So we're going to let it play until he finishes talking, because generally speaking, we say thank you. But let's see.
On your project, go work on them. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Thank you.
And there you go. He says thank you. That is at 7 minutes and 11 seconds. And you see he has another 3 seconds before he cuts the camera off. We'll make sure he doesn't say anything crazy, which he did not. Select the clip and click delete. And then up arrow to bring you back to the end of that video, the 195 video. Go back to your file explorer, and this camera records in vid and LRV. We do not use LRV. I do not know why it records in it. I wish it would stop. But we brought in the next one in the sequence, which is the 196. Click, and it magnetizes to it. And we'll see if he has anything to say. If you don't want to go through with the vocal enhancer, you can select your clip, make it where it's highlighted in white, and you can go over here to the top left where it says effect controls. You can scale a zoom and everything. Position is where it is on the screen. You'll see if I zoom anything in. We do a little bit with that. We can rotate it if we want to. Anchor point, that's where like the center of the screen is going to be the position and all that other stuff. But what we're looking for is right here where it says audio and volume. You can either click to mute it, or you can click right here to level, and we're going to go to 10. That means that the lowest point is going to be 10 decibels. So let's see how it sounds. And, you know, I said that I didn't want to watch a lot of this video because I don't want any spoilers, but I have to make sure that I'm not missing anything. And you see it's 7.5 minutes in, and this clip is going to end at 36 minutes. So this is a full 30-minute clip. At 30 minutes, it will stop recording and start recording a new clip. I'm not sure what he's doing. He hasn't really explained himself. He might in just a second. But we might sit here and look at him look like a monkey trying to do not nice things to a football. Because I've not really done much messing with Bevo myself. Can't tell if he's talking to us. Let's try to add some vocal names. Alright, so he walked off the screen there. Sorry, I was looking up something. So what I like to do is whenever he starts to walk off screen here, we're going to go to our razor tool and we're going to cut it. And whenever he walks back on screen, we will cut it again, and while he is off screen, we will delete those sections. Again, I'm not saying that's the way it should be done. I just like to do it that way so you don't see a bunch of, well, nothing. Takes a lot of time to take all that out and everything, but I think it makes for a slightly better video on our part. Okay, so he's back in frame now, so we're going to cut, click the delete button, go back to our selection tool, and then you can either click, let that be highlighted, right click, ripple, delete. Sometimes it takes a second, or sometimes you're just going to have to, instead of doing the right click, ripple, delete, because you see the white disappears, you got to be a little bit quicker than that. You just click it and click delete real quick. Now, he's back in frame. So if you watch it, it's a little choppy right now. He walks off and bam. But if we right click again and we apply our default transitions, it's kind of cool. It's like a ghost. He fades in and out.
Don't know if this will work, but I take one of these magnets and put it on there and try to line up where the bolt's going to go. Line it up in the center. Got the 2 bolt holes on the bottom. Lay it there and see if I can magnetize it. Then I know where the hole's got to be.
Hey, that right there was a good idea. Good job, Daddy. Can't tell if somebody's here or just somebody driving by. I assume they're just driving by. Okay, so we cut the end of where he just finished talking, just in case we want to do some speeding up or anything. But we'll do him a favor real quick. We're going to pause, go back to the beginning of this clip. We're going to go ahead and just right click, apply default transitions, because what we're going to do is we're going to add keyframes and we're going to zoom this in on what Daddy is doing. And by doing that, it will allow you to see a little bit better. And this also gives me an opportunity to show you how to do the zooming and reposition. So you see we're at the beginning of the clip, because if we go back 1 frame with the left arrow, it's him walking back in, but I guess it's because of the whole transition. So we're where we want to start zooming. So you see up here in the top left, you see you're on your effect controls. If you're on properties, audio clip, ain't none of that going to work. So you see motion, you see position and scale. We already talked about what they do. You click the toggle animation, the little stopwatch. You click both of those and it creates a keyframe. And you see up here, it gave us this tab. So we're going to let it play for a second until he gets where he wants to be. And we're going to pause. we're going to go to the little diamond up here beside position and scale. We're going to click the both of them. And we're going to zoom it in. We're going to do 250 today. That's 2.5 times zoom. We're going to reposition it where Vivo and Dad are in the middle of the screen because it's kind of, I'm OCD a little bit. So this is what it's going to look like now. It's going to slowly zoom in on him, and it makes it really smooth. If you need it to, what you can do is, I think you can do this. We can do hold. And I've never tried this before, but we're going to try together. We're going to see what happens. Hope it's holding. Why are you holding? Okay, yep, nope, we do not like that. So we're going to experiment with a few more options. Select it. Temporal in blah 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 blah. And linear is just slowly at a time. Let's try Bezier. See how Bezier does. Okay, I can work with that, but let's see if we can make it a little bit better. Nope, I don't want to clear the keyframes. I want to, let's see, ease in. Let's see how that does. That's basically like what it was before. That's okay. We'll just undo it and leave it like it's normal. I'm trying not to make this take too long because otherwise
Tape measure.
he's going to go get the tape measure. I get to see what he does with the dang thing now. So I'm going to try not to let this take too long. It's already at 17 minutes. But basically this is what we do to make our videos. There are ways that I could shortcut this. I could just bring all of them in and just let y'all stare at the back end of Vivo. I don't like that. But man, that marketplace rebuild lost the receipts though. That looks good. Need some new lights, but we'll put them on there. But now we're gonna do the same thing we did last time, where he's off screen. We don't want that just sitting there. So we're going to wait for him to come back in the screen. We don't need to zoom it out. Just wait for him to come back in or start talking, and we will cut it and delete the section in the middle. Dang, it's going to take a while. I guess he's looking for it just like I am. I guess I could pause the recording on the screen. Let's do that. We'll be back whenever he comes back on screen. Alright, he's back in frame now. But we're going to back it up just a smidge. Oop, backed up too far. Alright, there he is. So we're going to cut. And we can press Control R on that little section that we were just at. And we see it is a 2-minute and 16-second clip. And this is also how you speed it up. We're just going to cancel. And if you don't want to click delete on your keyboard, you just right click on it and clear. And then right click, ripple delete. Then right click, apply default transitions. So now you get the same thing we had last time. He's going to walk off frame. And then whenever he gets done, he's going to walk.
Tape measure.
Yep, he's back with the tape measure. See what he has. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. I kind of got distracted. Let's get back to work. Dang, it's already 11:30. Like, I'm gonna do something interesting before I have to add music. Probably gonna have to add music. Now be careful. Daryl at Metal Art Customs the other day, he had one of his videos banned because he was dancing to our music in the background. We use Epidemic Sound, and we pay a subscription and link all of our social medias to it, so it does not copyright us or have any kind of royalties because we're already paying them a monthly or yearly payment. So if you want to use some music like that, I can show you really fast. You go to your Google, and I even had to look up how to screen record on Windows to do this. But you see I have all these different things on here, and we're going to click Epidemic Sound. But you see epidemicsound.com/music/featured. But Grand Pidovic told me about this place, and I honestly like it. But you see the internet's doing so crappy right now, it won't even load. Will you load YouTube? Okay, it'll load YouTube. Ooh, I gotta watch Adam's video. Okay, I don't know why. Come on. Log in. There we go. Okay, so for your YouTube channel, recommendations based on never done projects. You see on the trail here, I've already liked it at one point. Let's classic blues, roots rock, chasing and dark. Shame instrumental version is rock, grunge, angry and restless. Let's see what it is. That's good. I like that. But I do kind of like, you see like the waves, I guess. You see how it slowly ramps up and it takes 6 seconds to get that full volume. I kind of like that. Yeah, but that's just for if I want to use music. I got all kinds of different like genres. I mean, you can click view all. I mean, you got all these different genres of stuff. I mean, it is just crazy. And then you got sound effects, and you got the stuff I've saved. I got 4 hours and 21 minutes and 58 seconds of saved liked stuff. So that's okay. Ooh, this is a good one. Every time I listen to this one, I see the burnout videos I do with the drone footage. But now let me work on this for a little bit longer, and I'll get back with y'all shortly. I'm going to stop this recording, and I'm going to double check, make sure everything's doing right on said recording. But talk to y'all soon.